all cute and stuff in my purple. I just jumped up here really, really quick to reiterate my new book, Locked and Loaded Ladies, Daleigh's Journey. I put it in the title. I put where you can find it. It is free on KDP right now, and it's on my website, half off. So it's only $3 on my website. This book was so much fun. I was on my other live on TikTok and just talking about the characters. So I just finished with my bachelor's in psychology. So when I started writing this book, I was in my next to last semester of school. So that helped develop the characters a lot better. I even have a character who's a psychologist in the book. You know, she provides treatment and does assessments and testing and everything. Helps Daleigh figure out some answers to a lot of the questions in her life. Because for Daleigh, she's looking for answers. She has a mother and a father who literally in so many words can't stand her, but still want to control her life. She has a boyfriend who in so many words hates her, but he's always wanted to control her because she's special to somebody else. She has meaning to somebody else. And so it delves into control and what abuse looks like and the thought process of someone who's abused and how, excuse me, excuse me, what it looks like to get out and what it looks like to move on with life, but still deal with things from the past. Having the past haunt you, you know, and keep you in fear, keep you afraid. I think a lot of people don't understand for people who have been abused what it's like to have to sit in that vein and recover. As somebody who was abused for many years, it's rough. It's hard. Especially when you start talking about the bond that you develop with the person who hurt you. You want to let them go so bad, but at the same time, you really want to fix them. You really want to change them. Until the day where you come to the realization that they don't ever want to be fixed. They don't ever want to change. They're okay with being like that. And accepting that reality is tough. It's really, really hard to accept when you're loving somebody with everything inside of you and they just cannot love you back. Or if they say they love you back, their actions hurt you more than anything. Their love should never hurt like that. Now, the love a mother has for her child or that a father has for their child, that's a different kind of hurt. But I'm talking about when you truly, truly love somebody, it should not be like ripping your heart out of your body, ever. Should never feel like that. And if it feels like they're ripping your heart out of your body, let it go. Please, 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 please let it go. Please run in the other direction as quickly as possible. Because all it's going to do is keep destroying you. Love like that will start off with your emotional, and then your mental, and your spiritual. The last thing is always physical. Physicals always last. Why? Because they've broken you in every other way. So physical isn't that hard. The majority of cases of abuse, it's always started emotional and mental. Always. Or almost always. Very few times does it ever start physical and then go mental. They break you the easiest thing they could break first, your mental and your emotional. And that's what happens to Daleigh in this book. Her mental and her emotional are the first things that's broken. Hi, Maddie. They're the first things that are broken. And it's her parents and her boyfriend that's breaking it. But she never understands why until later in the book. Why she's been broken like that. Why they've been incapable of truly loving her. And this is a girl in the book who walks the world and back for them. Doesn't think twice about it. I was a Daleigh in life. That's why it was so much fun yet intriguing writing this book, because I was Daleigh at one point, trying to please people who were never going to be satisfied with anything that I did, ever. Ever. And that's one of the toughest things to accept, that no matter what you do, that person will never, ever be pleased. And learning how to face that reality. And then dealing with it. It's rough dealing with it and healing from it. Especially when it's a parent. Parent is the hardest one, because you always want to please your parent. You always want your parent to be happy with what you do. Till you realize that parent will never be happy. Ever. Because they're incapable of being happy with themselves. They're incapable of having peace within themselves. They're incapable of having joy and love and kindness within themselves. So no matter how much of it you give, they're never going to accept it. And that's rough to deal with. And then when you come to a place where, like I have, where you have somebody who loves you unconditionally, that person just loves you for you. They don't ask you for anything in return. They just want to love you the way you deserve to be loved. It's scary. Trust me, it's so scary. And I introduced Daleigh to that, which was kind of funny introducing her to that, because as I introduced her to that, the same thing has happened to me. To be loved in a way you've never been loved before. To be loved by somebody in a way you've never been loved. And to recognize that that love is different from anything you've ever experienced. Then it makes it look like you've never been in love before. You question everything you knew before that. Because it's so different. It's so different. But Daleigh goes through the twists and the turns and the more questions than answers. And even when I answer some of her questions, there's still questions that haven't been answered yet. And that some of the other books will answer to an extent. But it's still going to create even more. It's going to create even more questions. All right. Thank you all for joining me. And I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.